Okay, step number 13, or step number 14. Loosen the heater hose clamp, hose clamp. Loosen the heater hose clamp and loosen it enough so that you can slide it back out of the way so it doesn't fall off the front of the hose that's dripping, and I always hate when that happens, so I want to loosen it enough I can get it over the ridge of the pinch in the hose, and it's a process. So loosen the hose clamp, slide it back. These are going to be my vice grips that I'm going to use to sliding it right back out of the way because the engine's going to be running. I don't want things vibrating and moving all over the place. Ultimately, I'm going to be pinching this hose with these vice clamps, or vice grips. I've loosened the hose clamp now. I should be able to loosen the hose. So, loosening the hose means that fluid is going to come out. And I'm going to roll up the shop towel just to the size of the inside diameter of the outlet here. Just so I can plug it quickly. Raise this hose up. There we go. It's oozing out quick. So you gotta be fast when you do this. Just jam it in there. And after you can take your vice grips and pinch the end of the hose so that no fluid leaks out while you remove the valve cover. Okay, here we go. Step number 15, 16. I've lost track, but anyways. So right now it's pretty wet down there because a lot of it of the coolant has come out of that hole. I know it's hard to see, but the towel gets wet and it absorbs most of the liquid, and I don't want it getting inside with the oil for obvious reasons. I just want to manage this so that it doesn't cause me any grief. So I'm going to remove or loosen. I have already loosened the valve cover screws to the point where I can undo them with my fingers. Tools do work efficiently, so I just remove the handle and I just turn it by hand and get them all loosened. Out the screws, place them in an area that is accessible and safe and secure so they don't vibrate and rattle off into the engine bay somewhere, losing your screws, losing your cool later on when you try to go find things. Alright, so I'm just going to remove the valve cover, just like that. Out she comes. It's all relative now, isn't it? It just pops right out of there, right? There's a little bit of manipulation involved. You have to be gentle and patient. These are the things that we learn as mechanics. There it is. There's the valve cover with the gasket in place. And I'm just going to set that off again in a spot momentarily. I'm going to put that on the ground afterwards. Okay, dirty hands, dirty fingers. More annoying. All right. So, here we go. Access to the rockers that we're going to adjust with our 5/8 socket. 5/8, so I'm going to switch over. 5/8. Get this on here. To my driver. And then we're going to adjust our rockers. Okay? So, step number 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's hard to keep track of everything. I'm going to put this cardboard. I might have to adjust it a little bit to fit inside. No, that's going to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to drop that in there. And that's going to keep any splatter out of the engine bay. So, now that I've pinched the hose and I've removed the valve cover, I can reattach the hose to the heater, the manifold, and yeah. Okay, so